Welcome to Blitz on Channel 4. I'm Brian Carr. I'm here at Habersham Central High School. We're actually with Raiders head baseball coach Chris Akridge today. Coach, we had you on the show at the end of last season. This time we decided to bring you on preseason to kind of get an inside look at Habersham baseball this year. So thank you for coming on here today.
Well, thanks for having us. Thanks for coming out.
Now, you had a pretty good year last year, Coach. You go 13-13. You end up 500. I believe your record was 9-11 in region play, so pretty decent in a tough region. Year before that, you go 7-18, so a good bounce back year last year, but you still have room to improve even more this year. What's the benchmark you feel going into 2011?
I would say going into this year, we definitely want to. One of our goals is to have a winning season, which obviously it was last. That was one of our goals last year. Finished 13-13, very close to that. But considering the year before. It was a great improvement, nearly doubling our wins. But I would say this year that the initial objective is to have a winning season and to be more competitive in our region. We do play an extremely tough region, but we were below 500 in our region last year, and our standards are and expectations are higher than that, and our goals are set higher than that, so we want to be more competitive in the region this year as well.
Now, prior to this academic school year, you had the region realignment, so new teams are coming in, but one of the other big changes is with those other teams coming in, you go from the 8 quad A is what you were all in last year, and this year with the new teams coming in, you got to break down into sub-regions. So how do you feel that affects the schedule and the outlook of the season?
Well, it gives us a couple more non-region games. We now play 8 non-region games, which is nice. Able to play some teams closer to home. We don't have to travel to Conyers near as often as we usually do. It's just definitely a different setup. I like it. We'll finish up the year. The top 3 teams in each sub-region will then go to the region playoffs the last week of the regular season, and so that will create somewhat of a playoff type atmosphere. And I think it increases our chances of getting the playoffs. And even though our sub-region is still going to be very tough, going to have to play some very difficult teams. But I think it increases our chances of going in that last week of the season with a chance at making the state playoffs.
Now, Coach, we talked about this before this interview, actually, but I don't want you to get into talking more about shaping up the roster because at this point you still have winter athletes that haven't tried out yet and things like that. But you do have an idea at this point who the big playmakers are for 2011. Talk a little about those guys.
Yeah, we've got several guys coming back. We have 11 seniors this year, which is they're a great group. They're a close-knit group, extremely hard workers, and quite a few of them contributed significantly last year as juniors. Tyler Steinspring behind the plate. Did a great job last year and is coming back this year and really been swinging the bat well early on. Austin Schmidt, who hit .320 for us last year, plays middle infield, primarily shortstop. Also going to see a lot of action on the mound this year. Clayton Oliver, who was probably, I would say, our number 3 starter last year, going to see a lot of innings on the mound this year as well. And then the outfield, you've got Austin Tench, who's a senior, who ended up being our starting center fielder at the end of last year. Hit .333 after a slow start last year, and Josh Negron as well, who had a great summer and is kind of getting back into the swing of things now and starting to swing it pretty well. And we've also got a senior who has changed positions. He still works as a catcher. He was one of our catchers last year and started about a third of our games behind the plate. William Tench has moved to the outfield. He's a great athlete and has moved to the outfield, really adapted well, and looks like he's been out there for 3 or 4 years right now, and he's really swinging the bat well right now as well. And so excited about this group of seniors that we've got and just ready to start playing some games.
As you said, that is exciting, having 11 seniors. That's a lot of talent you're bringing back this year and just experience in general. And you use the word close-knit, which is the exact word I would use for that because you have to assume a lot of those guys have been playing together for quite a while. What is the chemistry like between those 11 seniors? It's different than really any other group of seniors that I've been around here at Habersham. You can tell that they have played with each other growing up. I was talking to one of the parents about that last night. That this group of guys has played with each other, since they were 5 and 6 years old, and it's hard to really describe it and put your finger on it. But the thing that I've been impressed with so far with this group is that they have a good time. They enjoy themselves while at the same time working hard, and that's what we want. One of the things that we emphasize is hard work. and we feel like that's one thing that we're going to have to do in order to compete is work hard. And these guys have certainly done that, while at the same time having a good time, and you can tell they really enjoy the game, really enjoy spending time with each other.
Now, Coach, look in your crystal ball, if you can, for a minute, and tell us who the teams are you feel this year to beat in 8 Quad A.
Well, Loganville is always tough. They're in the other sub-region, and we actually open up our region play with them at Loganville. They're always tough. Coach Seegers at Loganville does an excellent job with those guys. In our sub-region, Winterboro has a few of their studs coming back this year, and they're always well coached as well. Coach Smith does a great job there. I know Madison County came on strong toward the end of the season last year, so they'll be tough. Flowery Branch is new to the region. Not really sure what to expect out of them, but I know they've had success in the past. And then Clark Central, Coach Kirk does a great job at Clark Central. They really surprised a lot of people last year. I know they lost a little bit, but I would say primarily in the region, Loganville and Winder would be going in, if I had to guess, top 2 teams. And of course Salem is always extremely athletic, and they have a few guys coming back that were primary players last year as well. So it's a tough region. I know I didn't narrow it down very much for you there, but we've got some tough teams.
You got to throw Habersham in the mix there too, Coach. We appreciate having you on the show always, and we look forward to seeing you have a good season this year.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you coming out.
No problem, Coach. It's our pleasure. And after this short break, we're going to have Tyler Steinspring. He's the senior leader, the catcher on this Raiders baseball team, on BLITZ coming up next.